If m equals y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1, where x1, y1 is 4.3, 5.1, and x2, y2 is 11.5, comma 7.2, find m. So a few things, right? Again, we need to know what question we're being asked and how to interpret what these equalities mean. Because once we do, if we can find out what x1, x2, y2, and y1 are, we can plug it in and solve. So this is referred to as an ordered pair. You'll often see ordered pairs in coordinate systems, where the first item represents x and the second item represents y. But again, if you just look at this, if I were to say, x1, y1 is the same as 7, 6, you might make the interpretation, well, the first thing has to be the first thing and the second has to be the second, and you would be exactly correct. So another way to read this is to say x1 equals 4.3, y1 equals 5.1, x2 equals 11.5, y2 equals 7.2. So now I can substitute this into this formula some of you might recognize as the slope formula, which we're going to use often to determine the slope of lines. But plugging it in, so m equals y2 is 7.2 minus y1, 5.1, over x2, which is 11.5, minus x1, 4.3. And so now I just compute that using my order of operations. Whenever you have a long fraction bar like this, you should think of it like these are in parentheses. So you evaluate parentheses first and then division. So I do 7.2 minus 5.1, and I get 2.1 over 11.5 minus 4.3, 7.2, 2.1 over 7.2 is 0.291666 barred. Now if I do that, let's see if my calculator's still running. It's not. Let's get a new calculator. Go. Okay. So if I do 2.1 divided by 7.2, if I do math frac, it converts it to a fraction. It should be 7/24. Now let's see why this is 7/24. 2.1 over 7.2. I can multiply top and bottom by 10. So that would give me 21 over 72. Now it goes into both 21 and 72. 3 does. So I can divide top and bottom by 3 to get 7/24. So it's the slope. What is m? It's 7 over 24. So the idea here is ordered pairs you can use to interpret. They're often used for coordinates, but that you can interpret that the first variable corresponds to the first number and the second to the second. The order definitely matters, unlike sets. But it's not a matrices. It's not a multi-dimensional structure. It has two elements in it only.